काठमांडू से दिल्ली आ रहे इंडियन एयरलाइंस के विमान का आज अपहरण कर लिया गया है।
Plane was carrying 11 crew members and 179 passengers.
We were blindfolded, all of us, with our heads down.
पैसेंजर है, उनकी सेफ्टी हमारी सबसे बड़ी प्रायोरिटी।
We have evidence to show that hijackers were encouraged by Pakistan.
December 24th, 1999, Tribhuvan International Airport, Kathmandu. Indian Airlines Flight 814 is preparing for departure from Kathmandu to New Delhi. The aircraft is an Airbus A300, a mid-sized wide-body typically used on medium-haul routes. On board are 179 passengers and 11 crew members. Captain Devi Sharan, 37, is in command, alongside First Officer Rajinder Kumar and Flight Engineer Anil Kumar. As the aircraft undergoes technical checks, security screening inside the terminal proceeds as normal. Passengers line up and pass through metal detectors without incident. Among them are 5 men. Each carries a small handbag. They look ordinary. No suspicious behavior, no red flags, calm eye contact with security staff, a nod. They pass through undetected. At the same time, Indian intelligence in Nepal intercepts vague information about a hijacking plot targeting an Indian flight from Kathmandu. The warning reaches a senior officer of India's external intelligence agency. He considers the intelligence too unclear, possibly false. It is not escalated to New Delhi. The first mistake is made. Meanwhile, at Tribhuvan Airport, the 5 men, along with concealed weapons in their hand luggage, clear all security checks without raising suspicion. 1600 local time. Flight 814 is cleared for departure. The captain advances the throttles. The Airbus A300 accelerates down the runway. Within 30 seconds, it lifts off, climbing toward New Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport. 16:15. Cruise altitude reached. Seatbelt signs are switched off. Cabin crew begin light meal service on the short sector. This is the moment the hijackers have been waiting for. In business class, one man suddenly stands up, pulls on a ski mask, and grabs the chief flight attendant. A gun is pressed to his head. "I have a bomb. Do exactly as I say, or I blow up this aircraft." Almost simultaneously, the other hijackers move in the rear cabin. Within seconds, the calm cabin descends into chaos. After securing control, the hijackers act methodically. Passengers are separated into groups, women and children to one side, men to the other. No explanations, no negotiation. Everyone is blindfolded to prevent observation or resistance. Their coordination shows preparation. They do not use real names, only code names among themselves. Next phase, the cockpit. In 1999, cockpit doors are not reinforced, no bulletproof barrier, no advanced locking system, just a standard door separating cabin and flight deck. The lead hijacker orders the chief flight attendant to open it. Inside the cockpit, he presses a gun to the captain's head. "Turn right, head west, Lahore, Pakistan." The captain understands the gravity. Once outside Indian airspace, options will shrink dramatically. He tries to buy time. "We don't have enough fuel for Lahore. We may need to divert to Mumbai." But the hijackers have already calculated. Lahore is closer than Mumbai. If the aircraft can reach Mumbai, it can reach Lahore. The attempt to stall fails. Under threat, the captain banks west. From that moment, Flight 814 officially deviates from its planned route. 1650. After forcing the course change, the hijacker's vigilance slightly relaxes. The captain seizes the opportunity. Without drawing attention, he discreetly adjusts the transponder and selects code 7500, the international hijacking signal. Within seconds, Indian Air Traffic Control receives the alert. 1653, hijacking confirmed. ATC escalates the situation to the central government's crisis management group. Unexpectedly, the response lacks urgency. Key intelligence agencies are not immediately engaged. Even the Prime Minister is informed nearly an hour after the hijacking begins. Inside the cockpit, no guidance arrives, no instructions, no reassurance. Time passes. Silence from the ground continues, and the captain begins to realize the worst-case scenario is moving closer by the minute. As the aircraft edges closer to the Pakistani border, the captain contacts Lahore ATC, requesting immediate landing clearance. Denied. The reason is unmistakable. The transponder is broadcasting a hijack squawk code. Pakistan now knows this is a hijacked Indian civilian aircraft. Lahore airspace is shut down instantly. No approach, no entry. The political climate makes the response even harder. Just months earlier, India and Pakistan had fought the Kargil War. Relations are at their lowest point in years. Islamabad wants zero, even indirect, association with a hijacking involving India. The warning is blunt. If Flight 814 enters Lahore airspace, it may be shot down. The captain is cornered. Ahead, closed airspace. Behind, armed hijackers. Inside the cockpit, no clear escape. He requests diversion to any airport within Indian territory. The hijackers refuse. The aircraft will not return to India. Time bleeds away. Fuel follows. 1740. The aircraft holds between Indian and Pakistani airspace, burning what little fuel remains. From FL 2600, 23 kilometers from Amritsar, the captain radios. Maintaining 26,000 feet, 1 hour of fuel remaining. Lahore denies entry. Amritsar ATC is unprepared for a crisis of this magnitude. No training, no clear directives from New Delhi, no decisive instructions. The captain's transmissions grow more urgent. Authorize landing in Lahore or they will force the aircraft down anywhere. Silence. He realizes no solution is coming from the ground. Turning to the hijackers, he presents the hard facts. Pakistan is closed. Fuel is critically low. 2 options remain: land in Amritsar or crash. Reluctantly, the hijackers concede. 1844 IST. After immense cockpit pressure, Flight 814 lands at Raja Sansi Airport, roughly 50 kilometers east of Lahore. On paper, this is the best possible window for a hostage rescue. Reality unfolds differently. New Delhi's first instruction to the Amritsar crisis team is clear: delay refueling, prevent departure at all costs. But the order is issued at 1840, just 4 minutes before touchdown. Too late to deploy, too late to prepare. Punjab police are instructed not to confront the hijackers directly. Their role, stabilize and wait for India's elite national security guard, the Black Cats. The problem is, they're still in New Delhi. They have not even been cleared to depart. On board, the hijackers grow suspicious. Refueling is not progressing as promised. Delay turns into visible stalling. Then comes the threat. Continue delaying, hostages will be executed. New Delhi panics. A desperate plan is launched. A fuel tanker approaches the aircraft. Inside, Punjab police commandos hide with orders to puncture the tires and block the nose gear, disabling the aircraft. The fuel tanker accelerates toward the runway. Then, everything unravels. Its speed alarms Amritsar ATC. Fearing the hijackers will notice irregular movement, controllers order the driver to slow down. The driver slams the brakes. The tanker stops mid-runway, neither approaching nor retreating. To the hijackers, this is no longer delay, it is an attack signal. Tension spikes to a lethal threshold. They order immediate takeoff, fuel or no fuel. The captain refuses. The aircraft is nearly dry. A cockpit confrontation erupts. It lasts seconds. The The hijacker, known as Doctor, walks into business class. He pulls a knife. 25-year-old Rupin Kityal, returning from his honeymoon, is stabbed. The message is no longer symbolic. 5 additional passengers are dragged forward. Inside the cockpit, the lead hijacker begins a countdown. If this aircraft does not take off before I reach 10, we execute more hostages. In desperation, the captain calls ATC. Flight 814 departing, proceeding to Lahore. And the aircraft moves once more into the night. 1947 local time. Indian Airlines Flight 814 rotates again. In that moment, Indian authorities lost their last clear window to rescue every hostage on board. 1953. The aircraft cuts through the night, bound for Pakistan. Lahore airspace is officially closed, but the captain has no alternatives. Ignoring repeated warnings, he crosses the border seeking landing clearance. Islamabad responds with a stark ultimatum. If the aircraft continues in Pakistani airspace, it may be shot down. To prevent a landing, Pakistan escalates. All runway lights at Lahore are extinguished. Navigation aids go dark. Inside the cockpit, as the captain pleads for clearance, a piercing low fuel warning sounds. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. He has no choice but to commit. Through the darkness, he spots a long ribbon of lights. Believing it to be the runway, he descends. But as the aircraft closes in, the truth becomes chillingly clear. Those are not runway lights, they are highway lights. The Airbus, carrying hundreds of souls, is moments from descending into central Lahore. A hijacked Indian jet crashing into a city center would trigger an uncontrollable humanitarian and political catastrophe. At the final second, Pakistan reverses course. Runway lights blaze back to life. Navigation systems come online. 20:01 local time. Flight 814 lands safely on Pakistani soil. Pakistani special forces immediately surround the aircraft and secure the perimeter. Inside the cockpit, the captain urgently requests stairs so women, children, and injured passengers can disembark. Denied. Pakistan's position is clear. It will provide fuel, nothing more. No passengers will leave. The objective is simple: get the aircraft out of Pakistani territory. 22:32. Tanks full. Flight 814 departs again. The hijackers order a course to Kabul, but Kabul does not accept night arrivals. Plan aborted. The aircraft diverts toward Oman. Entry denied. Patience exhausted, the hijackers redirect once more, this time to the UAE. The United Arab Emirates agrees. 1:32. The aircraft lands near Dubai at a UAE Air Force base. Following direct negotiations, 27 passengers are released in exchange for fuel. The body of 25-year-old Rupin Kityal is removed. India requests permission to deploy special forces for a rescue operation. The UAE refuses any armed action on its soil. Authorities attempt to stall by sending catering trucks toward the runway, but the hijackers force departure before they arrive. December 25, 1999, 6:20, Flight 814 departs Dubai. The crew does not know the final destination. 08:33, the aircraft lands in Kandahar, Afghanistan, then under Taliban control. The Taliban offer to mediate between India and the hijackers. India refuses to recognize the Taliban regime and declines direct talks, dispatching an official from its high commission in Islamabad to establish contact and buy time. Outside, Taliban fighters and tanks encircle the runway. They claim it is to prevent the execution of hostages. New Delhi remains unconvinced. On board, conditions deteriorate rapidly. Food dwindles, sanitation collapses, window shades are ordered shut. Passengers have no idea where they are. In India, families storm press conferences demanding the government accept any terms necessary to bring their loved ones home. Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee holds firm. India will not yield to terror. Day 4, December 27th, an Indian negotiating team arrives in Afghanistan. Unbeknownst to the Taliban and hijackers, an elite Black Cat Special Forces unit is secretly deployed, awaiting an opportunity. That opportunity never comes. The Taliban seize full control of the airfield. With overwhelming armed presence, any possibility of a lightning assault evaporates. India's military option is gone. After more than 2 days of direct negotiation, the hijackers state their demand: release 3 imprisoned militants in exchange for all hostages. Among them, Maulana Masood Azhar, Omar Saeed Sheikh, and Ahmed Omar Saeed Sheikh. The 3 prisoners are transferred from Indian jails. A special aircraft carries Foreign Minister Jaswant Singh to Kandahar. India crosses its final red line. December 31st, all hostages are released in exchange for 3 terrorists. India expects the Taliban to arrest the hijackers. They do not. The 5 hijackers are escorted toward the Pakistani border. Their fate remains largely unknown. The consequences echo for decades. Masood Azhar returns to Pakistan and founds Jaish-e-Mohammed, responsible for major attacks, including the 2001 Indian Parliament attack and the 2019 Pulwama bombing. Omar Saeed Sheikh is later linked to the murder of journalist Daniel Pearl and to networks connected with 9/11. The hijacked Airbus A300 is withdrawn from service in 2001. The 6-day ordeal ends, but the aftershocks of Flight 814 continue to reverberate through South Asian security for years to come.